But now fans of blues music are in for a treat. We're going to hear about the new album Hard Road from the blues musician Christone Kingfish Ingram, who hails from the US state of Mississippi. This blues prodigy started playing guitar at the age of 9, and his reputation quickly spread way beyond his hometown of Clarksdale. When he was 15, he performed at the White House for the then First Lady Michelle Obama. To take you back, blues music was pioneered in the early years of the 20th century by African Americans to express feelings of social and material hardship and existential pain. Over time, it evolved into a universal musical language influencing nearly every style of popular modern music. Today, Christone Kingfish Ingram is seen as one of the leading voices of a new generation of blues singers, blending the raw soul of classic blues with a contemporary sound that appeals to Gen Z audiences. Weekend's Charlene Rodriguez caught up with him at a recent gig in North London to promote his new album.
Folks said I had nothing left to give, and that my ship had sailed.
This is a single from Christone's new album, Hard Road. Before he went on stage, I asked him, what was the inspiration?
Most of the time, us artists, we are always showing the glitz and glamour of the road. And in the last 3 years, my life had kind of been showcasing that, the higher you go, the more things you have to deal with as far as like people using you, in relationships and that.
And the true colors are showing. I'm getting mine.
For the 26-year-old talent who embraced gospel music at an early age and who performed for Michelle Obama at the White House, it wasn't an easy start.
At an early age, I too had some hardships that shaped me into the guy I am today.
I grew up in the Delta, deep in the 662. Broken family and dirty hotel was the only home I knew. I learned real quick what life was all about. My faith and my guitar was my only way out.
Coming up around that time, my parents went through a very, very, very nasty divorce that left me and my mom, without, a home, for a very brief time. Even though it was brief, it felt like it was 1,000 years. People in school messing with me and stuff like that. So all of that was pretty hard for me at the time to really juggle.
So as some of you may know, back in December of 2019, my mom passed away. And we released this song as a tribute to her. It's a song called Rock and Roll. Hope you guys dig it.
Christone's mum was the guiding muse who shaped his art from an early age.
The blues is also life. Everything that the blues talks about is pretty much dealing with life. And I think when you're writing a song and telling your story, you have to pull from experiences. I think obviously because it was how the music was born. It was, it was brought to us through division and racial tension and, divide and through slavery and whatnot. And that was their outlet. That was their way to get their feelings out. What separates Mississippi blues from, Mississippi Delta blues from everything else is that those guys, they had their voices and their guitar. They didn't have big fancy amplifiers and stuff like that back then. It was all simple. The simplicity equaled with the rawness and the authentic. So, that's what sets it apart from other styles.
So I can sell my soul to rock and roll.
For Christone, success did not come without its share of obstacles.
In the blues world, whenever you talk about reinventing and modernizing, they kind of give you the cold shoulder. People expect you to sound a certain way, when you come from a certain area.
And back at the O2, the final wave.
And everything will be all right. Thank you.
Charlene Rodriguez in conversation there with Christone Kingfish Ingram. I've got to say, there's a lot of love. I'm feeling a lot of love for that album in this studio, I have to say. Stunning voice, an incredible stage presence, because blues really is, it's not just music, it's a personality, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. I was trying to sort of research the difference, the precise difference between blues, R&B, soul, and it is thematic. So blues is about personal hardship. That is the primary thing that